I am back with Veronica Alteri, the pro for many lucky people at True Pickleball Club in Latham, but also down in Naples, Florida, where she competes and also has rec play. And I think at your college, you also help other people with pickleball. You don't have a team at your
We
college,
don't. We're just starting the club up. So
but there will be one eventually.
hopefully.
Yeah, you will have graduated by then as a physical therapist, but it's great that it's coming even at the college level. One of the questions that comes up, and it probably doesn't come up enough because I think people think fast hands. Veronica Alteri has really fast hands. I play against a bunch of advanced players. One out of four or five has really fast hands. They're just ready for the ball that comes back. They hit their ball really fast. I don't even necessarily see their paddle move. That's you. Boom, boom. Okay, so people think, oh, darn, they're just too good for us. But I have a feeling that there might be some ideas, I won't call them tricks or tips, in how to get faster hands. This show is only for amateurs. It's not about pro pickleball players. It's not about how they play and where they play and when they play. But I did once see a YouTube of the GOAT, Anna Lee Waters, before she went on the court, doing something with a little contraption of some kind to loosen up, to quicken her fingers, her hands before she went on the court. I don't know if that's something proprietary to her or something she did for a minute in time. What kind of things can we do either on the court or off the court to get faster hands? They're so important to a good game.
For the first step, if you're just like learning, I still do this, is just going against the wall about 5 to 6 feet. The closer you get to the wall, it's gonna be a little bit harder and you're gonna have to react faster, of course, but
Okay.
you can start like about 5 to 6 feet back and just going against the wall because the wall is always
Right.
going to come back to you.
Interesting. So you're one of those people, but maybe not your garage, but for people who are in climates where they can't be outdoors all the time. Did you ever go in the garage and paint a line or put a piece of tape where the pickleball net would be and do it that way?
I did. I do it in my college dorm. My dorm
No.
mates, yeah. Whenever my dorm friends aren't in my dorm, I would always do it because I'm at the end of the hall. So I would go against my wall inside my room. Since no one can hear and no one's home, I would just do it because I would get bored. Because I didn't have pickleball courts last year to play on.
Oh,
I also didn't have a car, so I was very restricted on like playing. So to get myself like moving and like doing something pickleball revolving, I would always just go against the wall in my dorm and
no.
play.
Kidding. Did you notice that your reaction time was quicker or you could get closer and closer to the wall?
I did. I got really good at like, switching from back to the forehand to the backhand, like going back and forth like a figure eight.
So you would go forehand, backhand like that?
Yeah.
I can just say that when you've given me lessons and I've said, okay, I know I'm not going to get hands as fast as yours. How do I get them faster? For some of us, let's say we speed up the ball. Either we realized we did it on purpose or instinctively sped it up. So now the ball's going to come back to us even faster. I early on, I don't know, 10 minutes ago, it's not like years ago, I wouldn't get the ball back that came back to me. I wasn't quick enough. My paddle was either not up enough, quickly enough, or I didn't punch back enough. Now I can do it with you maybe on the third ball. So you punch it back at me and it comes back to you. When you punch it back to me, by the fourth one, yours has come back so fast. Oh, what is my brain got molasses in it? Is it, do you think that the brain, you're a physical therapist, you're about to be, you're studying it. Can the brain slash the hands be rewired, or can we get ourselves to be faster?
You can. I definitely would say it's a lot about patterns too. You have to pick up patterns in pickle. That is like the one thing, but you can become faster hands. It's also you just have to acknowledge, okay, the ball keep coming back, and you just have to know the position of what your paddle is. It's a very self-aware thing.
So it's where the paddle is and not to let the paddle head drop down. Isn't that usually the paddle up, paddle up? What is that paddle up? Pros are always saying it. Amateurs sometimes mutter it to themselves, paddle up, because we tend to let the paddle go to waist level,
Mhm.
sometimes parked there, if you will. Is the paddle up a big part of having faster hands?
It is. So you never want to have your paddle downwards because it's going to take a lot more effort to bring it up to your
Yeah,
chest area.
yeah.
And gravity takes over. If the ball goes lower, your arm automatically drops because of gravity and then just natural instinct. But trying to go against gravity, it's going to be slower. So that's why you always want to have your paddle up. Also, it's a little bit more defensive. If you're paddling down, a lot more chance you're going to get hit in the face. Can't raise it up as fast as you
Yeah.
can from if it's at your chest.
So if your hands don't seem as fast to you as you'd like them to be, or as the guy or gal on the other side of the net, you need to see where your paddle is in that moment where you got hit in the chest or you had to duck because it was going to go in your face. The paddle should be here so that your paddle meets it. It's not like trying to avoid paintballs.
Yeah.
And I've
You,
sometimes found myself in that position where I'm ducking. I'm like, wait a minute, that ball was going to be in. I didn't duck because I thought it was out. I ducked because, oh my God, I'm trying to save my face. But the paddle should be my face saver.
yeah.
So a
It's
lot of it, so in other words, the bringing the paddle up wastes a lot of time. So after I hit the ball, after I poked it back at you or whomever, under no circumstances should the paddle drop down.
no. So naturally, if you speed up a ball, your motion should be like if you speed up a ball, you don't want to bring your paddle all the way back because that gives the hint away that you're going to speed up. But you want to be like somewhat almost looking like you're about to dink the ball, speed up, and then by the time your speed up should be that motion of the speed up, your paddle should be back at your chest.
Yeah. And what about backhand at the net? We're talking about faster hands. It's only relevant at the net. It's irrelevant if you're on the baseline. It's not what we're talking about. We're talking about these very fast volley type rallies where it's bang, bang, which are super fun. But also, at some point, some of us could feel, I think I'll tap out. I don't think I can keep up this pace, but we can. It's a question of understanding that it's the paddle position that allows us to be ready.
Yes.
That's the issue, is that what about backhand? Is backhand the best place to hold that paddle as a default? Because you were holding your hand like this, neither forehand or backhand, but do you really hold it like that?
It depends. So if I know that I'm going to speed up at the chest, the speed up's going to come back at my chest. So I'm going to be here. If I speed up cross court or do a cross court speed up onto somebody, if it's my forehand, I'm going to speed up to their backhand. I'm going to expect it back at my backhand. So I'm automatically going to go on my left hand side because that's the triangle method. If I speed up to their forehand, I'm going to expect it back at my forehand. So it's like the little patterns that like depend on where I'm going to go. I have to think. I have to acknowledge it.
So that's what you meant about patterns. And I think that's really a big part of it. I have often a surprise element when the ball's coming at me. Wow. But if I had understood that what I hit was going to bring me back a ball in a certain location or position, there would be no surprise factor, which would allow my hands to be faster instead of a whole delay where my brain goes, oh, look where that ball's coming at 80 miles an hour. I don't really know how fast a pickleball goes, but it feels really fast when it comes off of a good person's paddle. So
Yeah.
you're saying you know where it's going to be because of where you put it. So
I acknowledge it. Yeah.
you say to your brain, or your brain says to you, backhand, forehand. And if it's coming straight at you, possibly chest. If you put it high, they'll put it high.
Yeah.
I'm calling that high. I don't mean over your head, but
Yeah.
high like chest level as opposed to down. The ball is obviously, you're not trying to put it down. You're trying to
Yeah.
go.
Because you have the net right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So you couldn't really, it wouldn't be possible. So against a wall and get closer and closer to the wall. How many minutes should we do that in order to, in other words, I'm guessing it would be short periods of time we should do that.
Yeah. You don't want to overtrain your mind because sometimes your mind just can go into like the gutters. But
Yes.
I would do it for like a 5 to 10 minutes, but I wouldn't do it continuously. I would take like small little breaks to give myself like a little rest. But I would try to I would do high scores. I like trying to test my limits. So
Oh, nice.
from going back and forth. So I think my record was like 56 from backhand to forehand.
Wow.
But that's just because I trained myself. You have to be cooperative with yourself because you know the wall is always going to come back to you. Yeah. But it's just like how much like it's just a great warm up. You can do it, especially I like doing that for warm ups before a match, is just doing a little quick fast hands, like a 1 minute thing between you and your partner.
As a volley, fast as a volley.
Yeah.
And that just gets the pump primed, so to speak.
Yeah.
Gets you on the right track. We got to find out what that little contraption was that Annalie Waters had, because some of
I
us.
have a little thing. Here, let
Oh,
me grab it. I just got it. It's called a reaction ball.
wow. And what do we do with that?
You just throw it on the ground, and with these little like bumps that you have,
Yeah.
the ball will shoot somewhere else. So your chance is just to throw it down and grab it. I think Megan Fudge, APP Pro, did this, and it like looked fun. So I always wanted to try it. And I did get it. And I actually do, it's fun. I
Wow,
don't know how much it will help, but it moves like it makes you do laterally too.
and it makes you just have a reaction time to a ball coming
Yeah.
you don't know where, the opposite of what you were saying in terms of expectation. So
Yeah.
is Skills the name of the company?
I think so. It was just on Amazon.
Cool. So maybe they want to be a sponsor of our show, because we amateurs need every little trick we can get. We need all the help we can get. Veronica Alteri, thank you so much. Can't wait
Of
to see you on the court and
Yes.
knock them dead in your next tournament.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.